I'm sure final result is a little bit disappointing, but considering being shorthanded and pushing a really good team to overtime, just kind of overall thoughts of how tonight played out.
Yeah, proud of the way we played. And yet at the same time, it feels like when we let slip. It's the first time probably we've had the lead down the stretch of a game like that. And let one get away. You know, it's a chance to close out a good team. We had a couple possessions we'd like back in the last couple minutes. At the same time, we got 2 looks to win the game. A ridiculous foul call on Julie Van Loo, considering what else has been let go in the game, but we didn't make the layup. You know, it wouldn't, I don't think they would have called one on them. But, you know, a couple chances to win. It's those possessions where you dribble off your foot or we're sloppy on a reversal. Those are the ones you want back, because despite the great effort, we fouled them and put them on the line 28 times and we turned it over 26 times. And those are, you know, key areas for us that we have been trying to dial in on. So great effort. I expect nothing less from this group, but you know, we let it slip. We're not taking a moral victory out of that.
That last shot, you got a good look from Hibori in the corner. Is that what you drew up?
What did I draw up? Oh yeah, that's a, you know, play we run consistently. Connecticut did a good job initially, and then Ariel got an angle to drive down the lane, made a great unselfish play, and I'm happy Tori took the shot. I mean, I'm happy with her aggressiveness generally tonight.
So last one for me, Dejanay kind of got a little bit loose there and overtime. Was that just a player kind of finding a groove, or would you guys would like to come to her a little bit differently?
She hasn't shot the three great this year. I don't think I can't pull her percentage off the top of my head. You know, she made 4 threes. She got a couple drives on us. Sometimes people make them.
That Julie played late in regulation, was that what you were looking for, her driving, or was that kind of, you know, a secondary option?
Our timing got a little disjointed. We tried to cause a little confusion with kind of running Ariel and Maisha up at the same time, and our timing was a little off, but you know, they chase Ariel so hard that it gave Julie a gap to go. But they would have waved it off anyway with that foul, I think. Even if it had gone in, they'd have called that foul, but not the one where Ariel Atkins got elbowed in the face on the same type of play. So just looking for a little consistency there.
And, you know, just broadly with the plays you were drawing up late in the game, how were you kind of thinking about who you wanted to go to? You've got 6 players in double figures. You've got Maisha perfect from the field, a couple other people shooting well. How are you kind of making those decisions when you have several people who might normally be candidates?
I mean, we're not really like a drop an ISO for somebody type of team. You know, we were trying to figure out who they were matching up with in each timeout. And, you know, Alyssa Thomas blows up so many plays. We were trying to get her away from them a lot of the time. And, you know, it was different. Didi was handling the ball a bunch, and so we tried to use her as a screener and cutter and driver. And then we tried to leverage Tori and Ariel shooting. You know, I think we were stuck on 82 for about 2 possessions too long. So 1 or 2 more scores and we're in business.
What was different working well for Maisha today? You know, not only the big total, but 8 for 8 from the field.
She just looks like a lot more confident around the rim. You know, I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, she was defending AT and Dewana and did a good job. She rebounded the ball. And then I thought she just took her time and played calm offensively. You know, even when Dewana and Bree Jones and those guys are big and long, but she just took her time, got to her spot, and used her strength.
So that's just coming from, again, you know, you've said her defense and her rebounding kind of fuel her offense. Is that just that, or a good week of practice, or?
She's been pretty good for a while now. I mean, I've said it for a long time. I think her scoring comes when she's doing other things well, because I think it just locks her into the game in a way that she needs to.
Had a couple players kind of get banged up.
You mean the one where Ariel got elbowed in the face? Is that the first one you're talking about?
That's
okay.
Right. With Ariel, can you explain why she was taken out? What happened for her?
Yeah, she got elbowed in the face. I had to use a timeout, which I didn't have at the end of the game. You know, when I called my timeout, because I had to use a timeout because they didn't call the offensive foul. They obviously upgraded the play, so she had to leave. And then, it's kind of at the time where I would have given her a little rest anyway. And so kind of went back in her normal timing in the fourth quarter.
What were your thoughts on Dee? A lot of minutes tonight for her. It's in the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to balance my lineups as much as I can. I thought it was kind of the best use of her was to try to take that Dewana matchup to start the game and show Dewana some more length and athleticism. Different people guarded her through the game. They obviously move her to 4, and then we were smaller, but I thought she did a good job initiating some offense for us at the other end. And I think we're figuring out how to, both coaches and teammates and herself figuring out how to use her a little bit better. Because she is kind of a unique player.
Using the whole depth next year.
Yep.
Speak to the depth that you guys have this year. We've seen Jake, seen Emily, but we've got 6 players in double digits. What you're missing 4 of your top players. You're still able to take one of the best teams in the league to overtime.
I mean, everybody stayed ready. It's not an easy thing to do, but I think I've said it after a few games. It's what happens when you have high character people that appreciate beating part of the team. Their teammates put a lot of trust in them, whether they played a lot or a little. And, it's not easy on those days where you're frustrated at not having played to come in and do your extra work, whether it's your post-game lift or your, extra work on the court the next day. But they've really bought into it as a way to stay ready. And we know enough over the years with hardship players and all that everybody gets an opportunity at some point. We got enough history to show that.
One more quickie for me. Stretch down the fourth quarter, you kind of went without Julie or Jade on the floor. What did you like about going without a point guard in that stretch?
Our defensive matchups, to be honest with you. I just thought we were defending them well. It gave us size on the boards. I want to watch our offensive possessions back and see whether it was, I'll kind of self-evaluate whether that was the right move, but I thought we were getting stops and we got it to, I think, 82-75. And you kind of feel like if you can get enough stops from that point, you're going to score at least a couple times, and we just didn't score.
I think that's it, Coach. Thank you.
Sign my cap.
Yeah, it's